Most Americans of the immigrant class in the late 1800s never got to publish their views, but a rare opportunity for Joseph Pulitzer knocked in a St. Louis chess room. Pulitzer was born in Mako, Hungary on April 10, 1847. His dad was a Jewish grain merchant, and his mother was a Roman Catholic, but Pulitzer himself was Jewish. Go Jews! At 17, he decided to enlist in the Austrian army as well as the British army, but was rejected by both because of his poor eyesight. Fortunately, he met an American recruiter and enlisted in the U.S. Union Army for a year, along with many other German-speaking soldiers. After the Civil War ended, he studied English and law in the Mercantile Library of St. Louis. In 1868, Pulitzer was in the library's chess room and critiqued a move while observing a game. The players, editors of a German paper called the Westliche Post, offered him a job. When he was 25, he bought both the St. Louis Post and St. Louis Dispatch, then combined them into the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Pulitzer moved to New York and expressed interest in politics. He was in the House of Representatives for a year, but it interfered with his newspaper career, so he left. Pulitzer later bought the New York World and raised the circulation from 15,000 to 600,000 using sensationalism and human interest pieces. He also hired Nellie Bly, a famous investigative reporter who went around the world. Although Pulitzer's vision was declining, his papers were becoming even more visual. Pulitzer also hired an artist named Richard F. Outcalt, and together they printed the first color comic, The Yellow Kid. The Yellow Kid was a bald child that wore a yellow nightshirt. He spoke like the lower class people did. For that reason, immigrants that did not speak English fluently bought the paper because they understood the Yellow Kid. This sparked an ongoing conflict between Pulitzer and William Randolph Hearst, the editor of the New York Journal. Hearst noticed the appeal of the Yellow Kid and tried to convince Outcalt to draw the comic for the New York Journal. This was only the beginning of the competition and the beginning of yellow journalism. Yellow journalism is a type of journalism that exaggerates all the news and uses sensationalism. It also uses eye-catching headlines and big pictures to sell more newspapers. To appeal to more readers, the New York World displayed headlines that went across numerous columns, had big fonts, and color pictures. One of Pulitzer's biggest stories was about the Statue of Liberty. He persuaded lower and middle class readers to donate to the building of the statue by saying, "Let us not wait for the millionaires to give us this money. It is not a gift from the millionaires of France to the millionaires of America, but a gift of the whole people of France to the whole people of America." Most people donated less than $1, but the World was able to raise over $100,000 for the project. No matter how small of a donation, Pulitzer printed the name of every person who gave money in the paper. To win the circulation war against Hearst, Pulitzer appealed to the common man. He used pictures and advertisements that wowed his target audience. Also, Pulitzer exposed the U.S. government for an illegal $40 million payment to the French Panama Canal Company. Pulitzer left money in his will to Columbia University for the Pulitzer Prize, an annual award that recognizes achievements in reporting, feature writing, commentary, photography, music, and more. Harper Lee, author of To Kill a Mockingbird, and Robert Frost, a 4-time recipient, are among many winners. Although Pulitzer lived over 100 years ago, his legacy still lives on today, with the creation of yellow journalism, his support of the lower and middle classes, and the Pulitzer Prize, which keeps journalists striving for excellence.